at a certain point, I'm just like, all right, I'm good. So I don't know how am I going to word that, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Can't really, I guess.
Yeah.
Just sucks.
Yep, that's right. So it is enjoyment time, but I'm going to be a legislator, so I'll still be available. Someone does dumb
really?
shit, I'm going to
Okay.
impeach their ass.
Okay.
There is few people that when they heard I'm stepping down, my first term, understood what that truly meant. I'm a much more dangerous defense attorney.
Ooh, that's
I don't need
spicy.
to be nice. And when something's up on the docket, you have to respond.
Right. Yeah, so dude, the shit that I hear some days is actually crazy. Is it considered double jeopardy to put out a warrant before the warrant expires, putting it on the docket and dropping the warrant?
Nope.
Can you tell me why somebody fucking thinks that and is teaching my officers that?
Is this stupid?
Also telling my officers that it has to be a hag charge to go on the docket.
This is what happens when you find people off the street who were probably may bring knowledge from elsewhere or are repeating shit from people that fit in what the category I just mentioned.
Yeah, it's actually
and that's just
insane that
honesty.
unteach stuff that was never even taught by FTOs.
Yeah, no.
People are just bringing bullshit.
Literally anything can be brought to the docket as long as it's a felony. I mean, you could technically do it with misdemeanors, but it's kind of like a bad look type thing.
Even if a warrant's already been signed and out, and period. As long as it's within statute.
The thing is, a warrant is a warrant is like, warrants can get weird. Legislatively, warrants are not, there is not, why would it be double? It doesn't make any sense. Why?
No, I'm telling you what a term that was literally used. How? Because, the warrant is technically pushing charges. Is what their excuse was.
Okay. The thing is, a warrant, okay, so you could make that argument if there was, until a judge rules that to be the case, a warrant is just the authority to apprehend someone on pending charges. It means that the crime was already committed and the warrant is for the apprehension and the pressing of those charges, right? So it gives you the authority to like, hey, I believe this person that is wanted needs to step out of the vehicle and yeah.
People are treating it like it's a charge that's already being pushed, therefore we can't push it to the docket.
But it doesn't make double charge. They haven't been charged yet.
No, this is the fucking logic that somebody tried to teach Peach yesterday, and I said that is absolutely not true.
Peach is more intelligent than 99% of the dog
I know, and that's what she was being told by Helen the felon yesterday.
Helen, where are these people getting their sergeant rank? Oh yeah, I mean, after I saw McNulty's cry, I am still confused. Is he having issues today? Like, that is
him on his fuck shit mood.
You know what's crazy? Turner told me that he told him that he never said that he had other things to do when I brought up the princess situation with him. He told me when I originally, when I brought it up to him? Yeah, he literally told me when I brought it up to him, like, hey,
I remember you said that.
This is happening. And he said, that sounds like work. I want to go do fun shit.
Right. That sounds like McNulty.
Turner told me that McNulty told him he never said that.
He's such a liar, dude. Just like
you
he doesn't
heard
remember
during
who
this
Oshira
conversation,
is.
Right? And I only threw that in his face because he's saying some weird shit. About like, I need to do my job, which is administration, you dumb fuck. You're the sheriff. You're about to get a bonus for, your deputies are getting a bonus, I need their names. Where else are we going to get it from? When I spat that back, he acknowledged it happened. You heard it, right? Do you hear him acknowledge that? You heard that, Opal? So,
yeah, I heard that shit. What are we talking about?
That means he... Oh, you didn't... Wait, did you hear it?
Yeah, with the sheriff. Yeah, with the awkward conversation earlier. You know, the awkward conversation with the sheriff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you heard what McNulty said about he has better things to do. Wants to do fun shit instead of doing the princess stuff?
Yeah.
He told Turner he never said that, but he said it to my face when the investigation was first brought up. So he fucking lied to Turner about it.
Yeah, well, I just spoke to a justice who said she's so glad every time I ping for a phone subpoena or a search warrant because I actually know my shit because she just there's a search warrant that was signed by the undersheriff that is so absolute dog shit that it'll have to get denied. And I was like, is it the search warrant for X and X? And she's like, no, it's the search warrant for XYZ. I was like, oh, but you should read this other one because it's even worse.
Oh my god, really?
Oh my god.
Opal, remember how we were talking about having a warrant out doesn't mean that you can't push it to the docket?
I mean, I wouldn't push a warrant and push it to the docket. I just push it to the docket, period.
Right, but you could still do the other even when the
you
warrant
can pull
happened.
down the warrant and do it. I do agree with what Opal's saying, though, generally speaking, which is if your intention
you should be doing one.
It should be for one or the other, right?
Yeah.
But however, let's say you had a warrant, and this is another thing that's cooked. I don't know why the warrants are only 3 days. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
We have to get an extension.
Which is reasonable. See, that is reasonable. But let's say you have a warrant and it turns out that the crime the warrant is underlining, you have more information, or it turns out, wait, there's more charges, or, you know, like attempted, like murder, actually you find out, wait, there was a murder. You would pull the warrant down and bring it because new information came to light, right?
Well, I think unless it's a hacker, you can't really do both, because what if you catch them on the warrant and then you have them, but there's also a court case being scheduled, but you have them and it's not hatch charges, then what, you let them go again without finding them?
No. I'm saying let's the warrant was active and you haven't apprehended them yet, and in that time frame you come to the recognition that there was more to it, then you would pull the warrant down and have an apprehension warrant. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know where this delusion comes from that only higher charges can be pushed to the docket. It probably comes from the same area as government employees can only be charged in the docket.
Oh my god. I heard that came from a sergeant.
I don't actually know who it came from. I just never listened to it because it's dumb as fuck.
Yeah, my brain. I'm gonna be dangerous, Opal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a dangerous attorney.
Oh my god.
I don't think you understand, Opal. I made cops leave court cases.
That's kind of funny.
You know Speedy? Speedy was caught with a weapons bench, with the blueprint, with guns in there, with materials. The entire room was filled with guns and weed, and I got him non-guilty. In his house, mind you.
How?
And, oh wait, it gets even better. He had 5 attorneys. I woke up to go to attend the court case. I hadn't been around for God knows how long, and I sat in the back, like in the, you know, in the pews or whatever. And the attorneys were like, "Oh, hey, Nino, hey, do you want in on this?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And I'm like, they're like, and then the judge is like, "Oh, who wants to lead the case?" I'm like, Nino, you want to give it a shot? I'm like, "All right, fine." So I just made up a argument on the spot, and it made them crash out and like start leaving. At one point, this really loud cop goes, "I can't believe you're letting him say these things. I don't understand. I'm getting the fuck out of here." And she left.
Was it Maxwell?
No. She's not. It was a long. No. This is a long time ago.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that kind of sounds like Maxwell.
What happened was, what do you call it? Okay. So, what was I gonna say? The police department, when they found this thing, took a singular picture and called it a day. So I brought into question the items that were in the picture and whether or not they had actually like looked to see what it was. And because they took a photo and left it at that and didn't like itemize it, you know, like you would like with a raid receipt or like checked, is it a gun? I'm like, I questioned like, what was the serial number? Like, I don't know. Did you try to test fire it? Did you, you know? And then with the weed, because it was just a picture of a plant. I'm like, what strain was it? How tall was it? And they couldn't answer it, so they just started crashing out.
It's kind of funny.
It was hilarious. It was called the case. I said, how do you know it's not a prop? And yeah. Oh my god.
I love and hate defense attorneys. I wish I had any funny old court stories to tell, but alas.
Yeah. They'll be good. There hasn't been any like how do I put it? I think the Edgar case was good, but there hasn't really been any, how do I put this? And this isn't on PD, right? There just hasn't been a lot of like
all right, I'll see you tomorrow, Chief.
There hasn't been a lot of like big situations, right? You kind of get what I'm saying, that end up going to court. Like there might be a standard murder or something like that, but not like, you know, something grandiose that's been, I don't know, maybe
Nothing
that's
the size of Edgar. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Is it not in legislation that anything in reference to if you have a felony you can't run as mayor? Nino, is that what you were hinting at earlier?
I don't think there is. But
what was the whole thing about Pred trying to get him these charges? And well, they were just trying to get him removed from mayor, I guess. That makes sense.
Correct.
He can get impeached, but then who is it on to remove him from that office? The justices?
So wait, are you talking about Pred or are you talking about what exists right now?
In general. Well, I'm just saying, because it's going to matter for anybody that gets impeached. Because I'm telling you, if Edgar, who more than likely will not be on the ballot.
You can't impeach someone for something that they've already done. How does that make any sense?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. How the fuck can he be a mayor if he can't even get an expungement?
Oh.
How can he hold a government position with fucking being a murderer?
So I have not deeply looked into, like, based on what I remember, I don't think anything's stopping him. Yeah.
That and you okay. Right. And there's something wrong with the police department. Right. Okay. That makes sense. That, you know, you're right. Maybe the problem starts at the top, Nino.
I didn't write that shit. It's state legislation.
Of course the police department can't run properly. Nothing fucking else does. You're you're telling me some motherfucker that come out of purgatory, admits to murdering people, pretty much murdered somebody.
He wasn't in purgatory.
Okay.
Enough of this make believe.
COVID's
all right?
real.
And Harry Potter came
real,
and swung his wand, and he said "Abra fucking cadabra," and then Edgar just reappears.
Love that song.
You know, you want the real answer? Maybe. You want the real answer? Maybe if there wasn't 5 people in the PD that actually did work and the rest of them actually did something other than chase pings all fucking day, someone would have noticed and actually put something forward. But, you know.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe they would, but we're too busy wiping the ass of 2 fucking departments, Nino.
Oh, I know.
For
maybe.
2 different counties,
you know,
Nino.
Maybe if, you know, anytime you put someone in power to do something about it, they don't start getting on their knees and glug, glug, glug. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know, BCS almost got that, like, fire dick or something. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Hey, tell me I'm wrong, though. Tell me I'm wrong.
Speaking of fucked up shit, have you read the command report yet on the Pippa? You should read it. That's really fucked up.
How she wrote it or what they did?
What they did. I really want to hear their side of the story because from what I'm hearing, it sounds really, really bad.
Dun 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 dun. After you're done looking at that.
Yeah.
The problem does start at the top. What is if PD knows? Okay. I can't. Hey! I got good news. If you commit a crime in that, it can't be VAFT anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Make sure you vote Mayor Nino for the elections coming up.
I'm not running again.
Now he's gonna throw a Molotov at us because the shit can't get back even for a violent felony. I swear to God.
Run again, I'd vote for you.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Hey, take care, guys.
Bye.
I really thought you were gonna
We're
molly
fucking
us.
doomed. I hope you know we're fucking doomed. We're fucking doomed.
Okay, so
You know, last time you leaving would have been great because Grayson could take over. Now who the fuck is taking over?
What do you mean?
Okay, you're leaving
Alana?
and some fucking you know what? I'll vote for Alana before Edgar's getting this motherfucker.
let me give you an example, right? I can't do everything.
She can be saved.
I want you to look at your MDT and click legislation. Do you know what you see there? Everything that is green, everything that is not red, with the red tag, or everything that is green and red that you see is my office did that. Everything that is green and everything that is green and blue, my office did that. All right. You know how many people that is? It's me and Michael. So it's kind of like, you know, my point there is that if Princess thing, I brought it up. Hey, Michael, I'm going to give you a call in a second.
I just saw you on the side of the road.
2 things. I need legislation. Real quick, we're going to throw it up tonight. If a crime happens in Los Santos County, or the arrest is in Los Santos County, that money is to be going to be redirected to Los Santos County.
The mayor's office or the LSPD?
We'll give it to the LSPD because they're not dog shit like the other one.
All right.
All right.
I'll have a bill in like 5 minutes.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye. You thought I was joking about that. No, I'm serious. If you can't clean up City Hall, suck my fucking dick. Go somewhere else.
Are they invited or Or
It was literally
22.
all over Twitter. It was everywhere. So, next. Sorry, I'm just doing my job. You know what I mean?
no, I was just asking if it was like
I was making a McNulty pun.
yeah.
The reason I bring that up is like, look, if you genuinely believe that Edgar should not be the mayor and you think there's something wrong, you guys literally have the power to do something about it, right? That's not my job. I'm not law enforcement, right?
I know that. No, I know. Just talking.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about the mayoral stuff.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll just deal with whatever handward's out and go from there. There's nothing we can do to change it.
No,
so.
you literally can. Like, okay, do you think he's a bad guy?
Who?
Edgar.
Yes.
Okay, do you think he has bad intentions?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The first step would be somebody, and you can't say no to this, if you truly, genuinely believe that this is bad for you, Los Santos County, the PD, whatever, then read the legislation, number one. They're not. It's not even law. And do you know? Bring in Wes. Bring in your cops, right? And tell them like, is this even allowed? So that you're prepared for it, either to make an argument if he goes up on the ballot or if he doesn't, or whatever it might be, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep. Definitely gonna be fighting and whatever we can with it, but
I mean, I guarantee you talk to Wes about it. Yeah, he probably has a solution. I already know what the solution is.
I know he's been swamped with side work stuff and maintaining docket stuff in the meantime. So it's been a rough few days not being able to talk to him.
Oh,
That's
to
what I'm
Wes?
saying. Yeah, I've not been able to really. Yeah, he's been swamped. I'll reach out to Doc. Maybe he has some. Maybe I will. I'll reach out to both of them.
Doc would be more than happy to help. This seems right up his alley.
Well, I mean, he did threaten to ACR the justices if they expunged Edgar the other day into their faces.
Yeah, Wes is competent, right?
Yeah.
And I promise you, there's others in San Andreas that are equally that competent. I mean, listen, I'm just gonna be. I swear to God, I will shoot you.
I know he's competent.
I got nothing to lose.
He's not the only fucking dude.
I made sure crime is low time and fine. You know what I mean? What's gonna happen?
I fucking
shoot
know.
you, then what? Oh no!
I fucking know. Oh, $4,000 shooting Maxwell in the fucking head.
Yeah. I personally don't have any like weight in like, you know, on whatever happens with the election.
Well, I know that.
Right. And I'm just trying to be transparent here. Right. But everybody has the tools to do what needs to be to get the truth out there. So
you can't say you don't care. You ran this bitch for a year. You can't act like you don't give a fuck.
I've given up.
Okay, giving up and not giving a fuck are two different things.
No, because I think if you want to know where my anger comes from, it comes from complacency that goes beyond just small things. It's skipping.
You realize a lot of us run around frustrated a lot of the time.
I know
during
you
the day
do. I think
things that we feel we can't fucking do anything about. Like that all the time.
I know you're a very similar mindset, right? I get that, and that's why this is not directed at you, right? I will say one thing, and you're not gonna like this, but you've got the choice of Michael, you got the choice of Edgar, right? Michael's gonna keep things straight. He's gonna keep them balanced. I think the way that I have, right? Because I don't give the criminals everything. I don't give the cops everything, right? And I don't care who it is. I'll tell them to suck my dick if it doesn't make any sense, right? And that's what you need. You need someone that can look at the law for what it is and not just look at it as what's going to give someone a W or an L. The moment you get into that mentality, it's bad. As for the giving up piece, look, how many times are going to watch things happen and it not having any meaning, right? I appreciate the fuck out of everyone that looked into the princess stuff. Why? Because it was serious. I appreciate, you know, Opal, Doc, etc. for, you know, all the shit you're looking at with the, you know, with everything that's been going on, right? However, it doesn't take away from the fact that, you know, you do this for a year and you know things that some things I can't share. You eventually, you know, you lose interest. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Maybe it's wrong, but it's just kind of where I'm at. Right?
Yeah. No, I know that. Okay. Well, I guess I have more work to do. I'm gonna go 42. I think tomorrow's gonna be a long day.
Now you're giving up? Look at that. Look at that. Look how quick that was.
Exhausting.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so
sure you
fucking
were.
done with that.
You see this?
I know.
You can't say I'm done. I'm going 42.
I mean,
Brother,
well,
it's like 4 a.m. I am going 42. I'm done.
I'm just thinking like all the things we need to do. When's the election?
Hopefully never.
2 weeks.
Unfortunately, this day.
2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, oh my God. I think the election's happening when I'm on vacation. You know, it's probably for the better. Come back. Edgar's running this bitch. Everybody's in purgatory. You know, maybe it'll be better for me. I'll just move on.
If you care that much about it, why don't you do something about it?
I'm going to, Nino. I need to sleep. So I have fucking brain cells
okay.
to deal with this fucking bullshit.
Okay, sorry. You just said, you know, maybe I go on vacation for a while. What do you think I was
No,
going
I
to say?
am going on vacation, but I have to deal with it before vacation.
Yeah.
Did the princess shit get dealt with, Nino, or not?
Do you know I had to bitch about that for two fucking weeks?
To who? Not to me. You didn't bitch at me for about it.
I did. I went to right after. I was right over here. I'm like, hey, McNulty, we got to talk. Here's
but not
here's what's
me.
going on.
Right.
No.
And it got to me, and then what? Then what? It happened. Everything fucking happened. The ball rolled, the ball went, and fucking struck.